Welcome to the Spotlight Show.
Today in the cyber studio, I've got Claire. Now, Claire works for the Leicestershire Cares charity. It's a local charity. It's quite a large charity, actually. Claire, first of all, welcome to the Spotlight Show.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Now, we met a few weeks ago, didn't we? And it's taken this long to be able to sort our diaries out, to be able to cross paths.
Yeah, it's busy out there in the charity world, isn't it?
Right, now, that leads me straight into question one. What do you actually do down there?
So Leicestershire Cares is quite a well-established charity, been going for over 20 years. We have several aspects to the charity. We have our education sector where we use corporate partners to go into schools to provide interview techniques, CV workshops, talks about the jobs they do, that sort of thing. So that is one part of it. We do youth work, so we work with care leavers, young people that have been in the criminal justice system, whether they are a victim or a perpetrator, and trying to get into work. And we work with SEND students as well. So we do employability skills and work experience, that sort of thing. We also do a lot of podcasting work with our young people as well, getting their voices heard. And then there's my bit, which is community and business development. So we at Leicestershire Cares have a bulk of community partners and corporate partners, and it's my role to connect those. So we have over 25 companies who are linked with us, and we go to community groups and say, do you need things doing, like your room painting, or a group to come in and do an activity with one of your classes or a group of your people there. So it could either be arts and crafts, a wellbeing group, anything like that. So the world is your oyster. So we try.
So basically, by asking people, can we do this for your rest of it? The end result will be to turn around and say, look, they've done a good job. Have you got any jobs going?
Not necessarily with the corporate partners and community groups. It's really the corporate partners fulfilling their social responsibility. Most companies give 1 or 2 volunteering days per member of staff, and we enable them to be able to fill those days. So say a group of 10 people from your company would go to a community centre, repaint a room in a day, and then learn all about that community group and take information back with them.
Of course, that expands their skill base, doesn't it? That knowledge.
It does, and we all know how word of mouth is really good at getting a message across. So a company from Leicester will perhaps go to a community group in like Colville and learn all about them, learn what they do, and then maybe down the line there's also benefits of increasing the awareness of the community group, linking up other companies to go with it, possible funding or anything like that. So we're trying to build connections between business and community groups, and it's working quite well at the moment.
I imagine it's quite a learning curve, isn't it, really, to actually have that hands-on experience of working in an area that they're not normally used to.
Yeah, it's great for team building. So you get out of your office or out of the factory or out of the workplace into a group that really, really, really needs your help.
Yeah.
So it's really valuable on both sides. So the community group gets a workforce, if you like, a free workforce that can come in and do and speak to their group and interact. And then you've got the volunteers from the company who are getting so many rewards from meeting these people, doing the work, seeing the difference that that work has made. It's brilliant.
Is there a high demand on the volunteers to actually go to places? Have you got a waiting
It's
list?
somewhere we're trying to grow. We've got lots of festive challenges at the moment. So, for example, we've got requests for volunteers to go and help out at Christmas parties
Yeah,
or work with some partially sighted groups to help with wreath making, or we've got another request to help go and build their Christmas grotto so they can, or the
yeah,
underprivileged children can go, that sort of thing. Another for doing arts and crafts with some homeless people,
yeah.
so they can make Christmas cards and things like that and feel part of the festivities. So it's really, really good stuff.
Right.
And we,
Two quick points I just want to pick up on is
yeah,
first of all, you cover the whole of the county of Leicestershire
Leicester, Leicestershire and Rutland.
and Rutland. Well, right, okay. And secondly, there's this is gender open, male, female,
Anybody.
and what sort of age range?
So we support young people from 16 to 25, but we support any community group
Right,
that,
yeah.
yeah, any community group. So we've got quite a few obviously in and around Leicester. So we support asylum seekers, homeless, um, groups from all ethnic backgrounds. We're currently working with some homeless groups in Loughborough. We've obviously linked with Bright Hope. Um, we do work with the volunteer centres, anything and everything like that. We try and help as many community groups as possible.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely sounds worthwhile. I mean, yeah, I imagine that you get a lot of positive feedback.
Really good. I started on the other, when I first started out and how I first got to know Leicestershire Cares, I actually worked for a charity supporting disabled adults. And Cares contacted me and said, um, do you need anything? And they did a whole range of things over several years, like pumpkin carving. They put up the Christmas decorations. They took down the Christmas decorations. They did the gardening. They did the painting. They did everything. And it meant that we could get everything done. So there was a lot more time to do the fun stuff as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the fun stuff is definitely by definition more fun, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So can
Uh,
I tell you the festive campaigns?
yes, that was going to be my next subject. Come on, then, tell us what you got lined up for Christmas.
So currently, we've reached out to our corporate partners and a lot of local companies to help us with our festive campaigns. So we've given out lots of empty tote bags for the companies to fill with essential toiletries and Christmas goodies, and we'll be collecting those back from them at the beginning of December to be distributed to community groups that feel they could use them and that they'd make a difference to their clients.
I say
So
it's
that
such a simple idea and yet very effective as well.
so last year we collected 100 and no 1,087 bags, filled bags, and we distributed them to 37 community groups. So this year we want to collect more bags and reach out to more community groups.
Unfortunately, we live in a society that sort of a demand on actions like this is just increasing year by year,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes, it is. So, if anybody knows of any community groups that want them, then they can by all means get in touch. There's no guarantees, but we definitely will have bags available.
Right, now the important bit. You've got to give out some contact details, Claire. How can people find out more?
So you can contact us at Leicestershire Cares via email. That's the easiest thing. So we've got the paper trail to go with it. So you can contact us on at leicestershirecares.co.uk. We do
Right,
have a LinkedIn page as well
yes,
and an Instagram page, so you can always track us down or Google us.
even better. Nothing like a good Google, is there?
Yeah, so we're doing other things as well. So we're this week I am collecting warm coats for distributing to those that need them, the homeless, some food banks and things like that. So we'll have a surplus of warm coats coming in this week. We're also knitting Christmas stockings for food banks. We're doing lots of things. Wrapping gifts, wrapping, yeah. So lots of festive campaigning.
Is it a bit of a nightmare actually coordinating this all together, or does it just
Oh, it's a
happen?
well-oiled machine. It just means to be fair, it's great for me because I get to go out, meet the companies that are doing all this stuff, and then link them with community groups. So
Yeah,
on
yeah,
some occasions, where possible, the bags and the coats will be donated to community groups which are local to the companies that have donated.
yeah.
So it's providing the links and the contacts and the things like that and bridging the gap that's really good. And then if they can't do it, I get to go out and meet the community groups, learn about them, know what they're doing, and see if I can help further down the line. So I've met some amazing people so far, and I hope to continue to do that during this
And
festive.
of course, the beauty is that a lot of these community groups, a lot of other charities that are sort of run by volunteers. There's no money changing hand. They're doing it basically for the love of
Yeah,
whatever charity or community group they're involved with.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's some amazing people doing some amazing things within the charity sector at the moment for with not much money available, so it's brilliant.
No, I mean, and funding pots are getting less and less and more competitive than that. And
Yes,
so,
they
I mean,
are.
basically, you have to sort of come up with those ideas that are going to stick with people and sort of have the rewards as well.
Yes, you do. Um, yeah, so that's the whole benefit of being able to connect corporate partners with community groups because um, sometimes the corporate partners can fundraise for them, or if
Yeah,
we've built a strong enough connection, or there is often a community pot of money within the corporate to be able to make a difference within the community,
yeah, yeah.
depending on the size of the business that is. So yeah, there is always a possibility of something else happening after the
I
challenges.
imagine, I imagine to be honest, that this is, quite high demand on yourself. Not only your time, but sort of having to jiggle, X, Y, and Z and get the right results. I mean, what do you do when you get home in the evening? What do you do to relax?
Oh, I like a good program on the telly. Yeah, so I have a busy family life as well. So yeah, just some downtime, sit in front of the telly, relax with a glass of wine of an evening, and then an early night, and it's back to it the next day.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, but I mean, you do need that sort of switch off time to recharge the batteries, not just physically, but mentally as well.
Yeah. So I do have quite a commute into Leicester every day, and as we all know, the traffic's not great. So I do have that time to that sort of 45 minutes in the car on the way home to decompress, and then the same in the morning to plan my day. So that's a good time. And then by the end of it, I'm ready to switch off.
It can't be bad, can it? I mean, your offices, they're down just off Regent Street, aren't they, in Leicester, basically behind
Yes.
the prison.
Yeah, I can see the prison from this office there. Yes, so we're just off the back of Welford Road. So we're
Yeah,
quite centrally located in Leicester.
yeah, I gotta say, that's one incentive to make sure you behave. Have your office space in the jail.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, if you had, a sort of wish list of either products or help that you need at present, is it easy to say what it is?
Well, I'd like to be able to get some more bags of hope to companies and to be able to have a better list of people within Leicester, Leicestershire, and Rutland to deliver them to. Because I can't get everywhere and I can't know every community group or charity. So the more people that contact us, the better connections we can make. We have been trying to make connections with community groups, but everybody's busy. The emails don't always get to the right people. They don't get to the decision makers. They don't get to the people that need them. So it really is just getting people to get in touch if they think we can help them, because we can help.
I mean, the thing is, I know from personal experience that you have an email address, you follow it up over Leicester, and
Mm.
then it turns out that that person left the organization or community group. Someone else took over, but they didn't bother
Yeah.
to update the email address. And, there are times when I'm sure you're the same. I feel as if I'm hitting my head against a brick wall.
Yeah, it can be like that. We know there's people out there, and we've tried to contact them that really we think these bags of help will make a difference, or a team challenge. So we know there's people in buildings that could do with a lick of paint or a
Yeah.
garden that we know we can help. And we have people waiting to help, but it's just knowing where they are and them saying, yes, we need the help.
Yeah, yeah, and of course, like you said, a bit of paint in a building that, the knock-on effect is, are you speaking to the right person who's actually has permission to
That's it.
decide if you can have a lick of paint?
Yeah, that's
And
it.
it very much is a bit like going around in circles, isn't it, really?
Well, it is. Soon as we get the contacts, we can establish that connection
Yeah.
and start helping, start
Yeah,
supporting them.
and
And
the advantage that Leicestershire Cares has got is the fact you've been around for a good number of years. You're well
yeah,
established. You've got a very good reputation, and people sort of do flock to you, don't they?
well, they do. And we've got some very good long-serving corporate partners now that are
Yes,
willing to step up. So that's a benefit, and they do help across all our projects. So really worthwhile.
it's nice to see that even with the economic climate as it is, and that there's still local companies who are willing to turn around and say, yes, that's for something worthwhile, that's for something good, we can help.
Well, yeah, and then the amount of good feedback we get from the people, like the schools and the children that have been interviewed and done the mock interviews by a person that actually would possibly one day
Yeah.
interview them for real. That's a valuable experience. So yeah, really good feedback, really good interaction with
See,
all
that
the
that is the sort of lesson that I feel should be taught at school by teachers.
yeah.
But having to bring in basically volunteers, people with skill and all the rest of it, to an extent is better because then at least you've got someone who knows what they're talking about, who is able to advise the young person. No, you
Yeah.
should say this, you should say that, your CV should be in this order or that order.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is exactly what happens. The volunteers have a series of questions. They know how to get the best information out. They know what you should be saying, what you need to practice, how to conduct yourself, how your body language should be. And you get all the feedback that you would need. And more often than not, schools will have mock interviews twice a year. So they're getting
Yeah,
good experience. Because it might not be a job that they're interviewing for. It might be a college place or
yes,
university,
yeah,
anything like that these days. So yeah, it's all good stuff.
that's it. Right. We're going to leave it there, I'm afraid, Claire. Yeah, our time is just about coming up. Hopefully, you've enjoyed being a guest on the Spotlight Show.
Absolutely, it's been wonderful. It's been good to be able to talk to about what we do here because often it's kind of not really well publicised across every charity. So it's good to be able to get it out there.
Well, we aim to please. That's all we can do. But we will speak again. I promise you that. Maybe
Yes,
before Christmas, depend upon how your tote bags and
yeah,
coat collections go. We'll
yes.
see. We can keep in contact about that. But for now, we're going to have to say goodbye, Claire. Give our best wishes to all your colleagues, please.
We will do. Thank you so much for your time, Pete. Have a great day.
And you.